intro. You guys ever heard about that study where the youngest sibling is supposed to be like the funniest one?
Yes.
Yeah, I killed my younger brother for that. So. Don't worry, it's an accident. My name's Bieniek. I'm a comedian, but I also am a lawyer. So that's fun. We're fun people. Lawyers actually do cocaine 10% more than the national average. I've never done drugs, so that tells you how bad of a lawyer I am. What else? Sometimes people ask me like, how do you do comedy and law? And my response for that is, the trick is really, I just don't care about quality. And I can't do it. I do have a lot of friends that like to come up and be like, oh, you're a lawyer, I'm going to use legal jargon in conversations with you. So I get little objections or overruled or these hookers were dead before my client got here. It's peppered in naturally. I do have this birth defect where about every year I get older. Not just my body, but the internet has started telling me this stuff. Like Facebook, their ads used to be like, go to this concert. And now all of a sudden it's like, you should become a franchisee to a mathnasium. Which is like very real. Which I'd be fine teaching kids math and everything, that's not the problem. I would just like teach kids shit they shouldn't learn at a mathnasium, like math pickup lines. Because those exist. Here are some. You can go up to somebody and go like, wow, are you an asymptote? Because as I get closer to you, the reasons why we should hook up go to infinity. Trigonometry, baby! If you're sitting there going like, I don't get this, then you're just going to have to wait. So I've got two more. So you go up to somebody and go like, wow, if I'm y equals x squared, you must be the derivative, because you got my slope going up over time. It's a calculus-based erection joke. It adds up. Math puns. Last one is not really a pickup line, but you can be like, why should you keep a squared and b squared separated for their safety? Why? Because if they get in a room together, they might hurt themselves if they find a hypotenuse. It's a Pythagorean theorem joke and a Jeffrey Epstein joke. They don't get it till I say Jeffrey Epstein usually. I may seem like a tall, jovial guy, but I just fucking hate people. Like, normally throughout the day. Like, I don't get, like, super nice people at all. I don't know if you ever go down in the loop and see the people in the vests with the clipboards trying to sign up for a good cause. Fuck those people. I hate those people. Everybody loves them. It's going to go over poorly. But I just don't have the time for this bullshit. So they come up to you and they're almost like hitting on you. They go up to you and like, wow, you've got really kind eyes. Do you have time to, support, the end of sex trafficking? And I go, no, I support sex trafficking. Get the fuck away from me. I can do that for anything. Like, if it's a mayoral candidate, no, I support sex trafficking. You want to support the cleaning of the earth? I support sex trafficking. You want free tickets to Hamilton? I support, what? Nobody does that. I just don't like talking to people. Like, I'd rather talk to dogs. Dogs are so much better, aren't they? Everybody loves dogs. If you don't, fuck you too. Like, you can go up to a dog and just be like, hi there, what's your name? You're so cute. And that's it. You can do that to a dog. You can't really do it to people. You're not supposed to. But, I'm trying to train my brain to treat people like dogs. And I know it sounds bad, but, you just use it to, talk to people. So I can go up to somebody and just say some random bullshit to, introduce myself. But sometimes it gets carried away, and I go up to someone and go like, hi, what's your name? You're so cute. Can I rub your belly? Do you want to lick my face? How old are you? What breed are you? Oh, mixed. Cool! That's always fun. It gets awkward, but I've never been in a fight or anything. I have been the victim of violence a couple times. I've been slapped in the face, punched in the jaw, back of the head, stiff arm to the balls, but I still love my girlfriend. So. We've been together for 3 years, so I'm learning shit about women, which is weird. I was like, I have to learn things. But I've learned that if you want to ever get out of a fight with your girlfriend, you can just call her current girlfriend, and you'll end that fight and start a brand new fight. And just move on with that. Women also love talking about dick. I don't get it. Maybe you're all, ooh, shy, dick, what's that? But dick is a female genitalia, so just to catch you guys up to speed. Anyway, I know my girlfriend talks about dick all the time because she's told me this story that there are 3 women scattered throughout the city who know intimate details about my penis, and I don't know them, she barely knows them, just because they just happen to share an Uber ride together. This is people talk about dick. Thank you, lady. I don't get it. It's like when girls talk about penis, it's girl talk. You can just be like, oh, it's pretty, it's symmetrical. It's... It's gonna end it on that one. Oh gosh. Yeah, we are trying to work on like our sex life too. That's fun. Like just little things at a time. You know, my girlfriend used to get like very distracted during sex, so we like stopped inviting so many people. We went to a sex shop one time because like I'm tall and she's short and she needs a booster seat so that like our bits can like match up better. And it's weird because like I go in there and you're immediately greeted by what I would call a sex worker, and she hits you with a "What brings you in today?" which is like an unnecessary question in a sex shop. Like, there's a kind of a target audience to a sex shop. Like, you can say that phrase, "What brings you in today?" at like a Home Depot, where like you can get different things, like birdseed or French doors, or I'm like building a cage for my child. You can do anything there. I'm not going to Igor's sex dungeon and going like, "Hi, I'm trying to build a porch out of dildos." I'm not really a sexy guy. Wow. Oh, it's okay. Oh, thanks, buddy. What's the problem with my sexiness? Well, like I refused a blowjob from my girlfriend recently because I was like too giggly. But I was watching The Office, so it's like, you know, that was her fault. I also like don't know how to sext. Like I've never been good at that. Like I've done it once and it went over poorly. Well, for two reasons. Well, first off, I sext like I'm from the 1950s. So like the only thing I said was, "Who's a hot babe? You are." And the other problem was I accidentally sent it to my dad, so I didn't appreciate the dick pic he sent me back. What else? I'm not good at like sexy talk. I don't even know what to call it. Dirty talk, whatever. My girlfriend we were trying to have sex this one time. She's like, "I'm gonna get on top because I'm gonna get my spot for faster." And I'm like, "Great," you know, the whole let's make sex shorter move. And she gets on top and she's like not finding it, and I can see it in her face, she's getting frustrated. And so I figured I'd look up and try to help her out with some verbal cues. So I look up and go, verbal cues, you know, that's my sexy talk. I go, "It's not as easy as it looks, is it, girlfriend?" So I got slapped, that's where that first slap came from. And like, the most I could ever, like I can't do like the stuff they do in porn where they're like, "Oh, it's so wet," or "Ooh, it's so tight, gross." I can't do that. The most I could ever muster up was really going like, "Do you like that?" And I was like, even after I did that, I was like regretted it because like, it sounds like, to me, it just sounds like a phone survey. Like, "Do you like that? Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. Para español, presione 8. You guys remember 2019 when Notre Dame burned down? That was fun. I don't do segues. I thought it was about time. I didn't surprise that moron in the bell tower didn't do it faster. I always thought Quasimodo was a weird name. Like, why would you name your kid a word that means almost? Like quasi? That's really bad. Like, what were they thinking? Was it like, well, we almost aborted him, so that's why he looks like he does. It didn't work out. The stairs were not as strong as we thought. This is gonna be a dark joke, guys, so just strap in. Anyway, I guess it's a self-fulfilling prophecy with a kid named Quasi, because like he ended up with what, a dead hooker and talking to rocks in that movie. So it's a Disney movie. It's weird, right? But the problem when that building burned down I had was when people on Facebook were like, "Let's show our solidarity for the building by putting up a picture of the building on Facebook." I don't know if you guys had that problem. I find faults in everything my friends do. But anyway, like I think it's really stupid because it was just like, "Here are my vacation photos from France." That's all it really was. And I think like you shouldn't do that because it's just bullshit. Unless you're gonna do every tragedy ever, you should do do that for everything. Like, well, the anniversary of the Trail of Tears is coming up. Oh shit, like you were there. And so like, here's a picture of me and my family at an Oklahoma Sooners game. We lost that day, so I kind of feel like I know what they went through. Oh my gosh. You guys liking my jokes so far? Yeah. One guy. Speaking of tragedies, still rolling right through, let's talk about a really heinous one, Thanos. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think he's that bad of a guy. He had a great idea, right? Yeah, clap, clap, clap. There's some environmentalists out here. Obviously, he got rid of, tried to get rid of 50% of people of life all at once with a snap, which is like people say, oh no, that's horrible. But I hate people, so good job. And also, you gotta think like he got rid of probably some good people. Like, you know, you get rid of 50% of people, you get rid of 50% of all child rapists, murderers, Kardashians. So take them all. And I gotta think like there's probably like a bunch of people who had like really, really good days because Thanos snapped his fingers. Like, you imagine there's probably like a bunch of understudies out there who are just like, finally! Or there's like a guy at Six Flags just walking around like, wow, these lines are going fast today. Or there's probably a magician out there who just had like the greatest fucking show of all time. Yeah, thank you guys so much. My name is Bieniek. You guys have a great night.